Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for the sign of Pisces for April 2017. So it's for you, my gorgeous Pisces, for April 2017. The 14th of April is actually going to be quite important day or date when it comes to you. On the 14th of April, you are going to receive a good news when it comes to your legal matters. You are going to receive a good news when it comes to something that you've been waiting for. Or you will receive a good news or a positive news if you were waiting for anything to be resolved, whether you were thinking whether it's going to be resolved in your favor or not in your favor. I would like to let you know that it is going to be a positive outcome, and this is on the 14th of April. And also, if you're waiting for any kind of decision really, or any kind of like a court case or anything like that, or for anything that has to do something to do with you or with any kind of decision, this is going to be a very, very good day for you. But on another hand, if you would start to make some kind of claim, or if you would start to make some kind of like a contract or something like that, 14th of April is also a very, very good day to start like a legal contract or any kind of contracts, because your energies are going to be very, very balanced and you're going to be very powerful on this particular day. But on another hand, you will be in touch with your own spirituality. So you have got a whole this complex of things that are going to be working for you, that are going to be on your side, that are going to actually open your eyes and make you realize, other things that are going to be involved with this particular situation, okay? So it's the 14th of April. Another very important day that I would like to say that you guys are going to have, it's going to be on the 25th of April, 2017. On the 25th of April, it's actually going to be a very good time for you because of a couple of things. It is going to be a perfect time to start a new project, to start a new idea, to maybe develop a new idea, or develop some kind of idea that you were thinking about in a really, really long time. This could be absolutely anything. It could be like, for example, a business idea. It could be like some kind of hobby. It could be anything like you wanted to start in a really long time or for a while. On the 25th of April, it's going to be absolutely perfect day. On the 25th of April, you are going to feel very re-energized. You're going to feel very energized indeed from the very first moment you open your eyes. But also on another hand, it is going to be your lucky day, literally. So 25th of April is important day, and the 14th of April is also going to be important days, and these are two completely different reasons. Okay, on another hand, what else I was going to say, that when it comes to you, and when it comes to April, and when it comes to the actual general energy and the actual number being connected like to this reading, is number 11. Number 11 is also a very, very powerful number, very important number, and it's all about your thoughts. Your thoughts will be very powerful, and it's not just about the fact that your thoughts are going to be very powerful. It's about the fact that your thoughts are going to be very powerful in order to manifest in your life what would you like to manifest. This will be going on throughout April 2017. And this is very, very important. This is ridiculously important. I don't know how many times I actually said that our mind is ridiculously powerful. We can just sit down and we can be like somewhere outside, and there can be all people around us, all around the place, and we don't even have to say anything to them. We can just sit down and people can just feel our energy. We project energy all the time, which means that our mind and our way of thinking, we are projecting on other people all the time. When we think positive, we project positive. When we think negative, we project negative. But what is important when it comes to April, when it comes to you guys, is this power, this amazing power, which is extremely difficult to actually explain. This particular power is going to be completely around you, within you, which means that number 11 means that it's an important time, very, very important time for you to just really, really think, what would you like to do? What would you like to start? It is all about the new starts. Number 11, it's all about the new beginnings. Number 11, it's all about the power of your mind. Number 11, it's all about manifestation, and this is all coming together. Very, very powerful numbers indeed. Number 1 is very powerful, and then you've got number 1 again. So it's a double number 1, which means that your power of mind is going to be very powerful. And basically, the number 11 also carries a message, carries a very, very important message. April is going to be very important for you because you will also have to focus, or you will be focusing a lot on what you do. You will be focusing a lot on what you do in life, and you are going to be very deep about the whole situation. You will want to kind of reevaluate your whole situation in your life, whether you're going on the right direction, whether you're doing the right things in life and things like that. This is very, very, very important because at the end of all that, you're just going to be kind of redirected, and by the end of April 2017, you are going to end up with possibility. You are going to end up with an option that you didn't have before, and this particular option, it's not going to even seem that big to start with, but it's just something that is just going to be magnificent later on. I just can't stress enough how ridiculously important this whole 2017 year. I know I'm keep on saying it, but I will say it again. And now when it comes to April, also just imagine you're walking on a massive, beautiful, extremely fertile like a land, and you're just chucking seeds on your left, chucking seeds on your right, chucking seeds on your left, right, and just don't forget to don't forget to water, don't forget to water on the left, don't forget to water on the right, don't forget to come back over and over again. Whatever you do now, it's going to be so important, and this is the power of number 11, and this is why all this is so important, because whatever you do now, it's going to manifest later on. It's going to be very important later on this year. So that's why it's just so important to completely get it right. Okay, do you know what I really like? I like about April because lots of you will seem to be coming back into the balance. Lots of you will get that particular balance back, and I like that because lots of you felt like a kind of you needed a little bit more grounding. You needed a little bit more grounding, but this wasn't only to do with you. This was lots of other signs felt quite similar energies, you see, lately. But I can just tell you that basically the beginning of April, it's going to be very important, but especially the very first 2 weeks of April, because you're going to start getting your balance back. You're going to start getting your balance back, and also there is the certain things that you will want to learn. There is a big learning experience that is going to come out of it, you see. So first, it's like a balanced energy, balanced feeling, which is going to shake you up a little bit, but that is kind of going to push you towards the fact that you want to learn something else, For example, I can actually see that a lots of you that you wanted to leave your job, lots of you that you wanted to leave your career, this is going to be absolutely the perfect time, because lots of you wanted to leave your job, lots of you wanted to leave your career, but you were just waiting the right time. Now the right time is going to come in April. I'm not telling you just to leave, like, okay, go and leave your job. No, of course not. I'm not telling you this, but it's just basically when April comes, I'm telling you that this magnificent, wonderful energy, that beautiful energy is just going to be completely shake you up to the point that you're going to get your balance back. What does it mean? The balance is going to push you towards the learning new things. So that's why it's just so important for those of you that were so unhappy, maybe, you know, at your work, at your career. This is going to be the time when you're kind of going to start to realize certain things about your life, because by the time we get to the mid part of April 2017, there is also going to be, you should already have a picture, like some kind of a clear picture. What would you like to do? What your next job is going to be? What your next career is going to be? And it's just, you're just going to feel quite strong about maybe leaving that profession or maybe leaving that career. But what is very interesting that is going to happen after this point, that it's just lots of you that were unhappy with your job and career. I'm keep on repeating, lots of you that were unhappy with your job and career. This is going to be very, very important, ridiculously important time for you, because this learning experience, I can see you being completely nervous. I can see you thinking, oh, maybe I should do this, maybe I shouldn't do this. So something completely brand new, it's going to come through. Some completely brand new career, which is going to require you to learn things, but you are going to completely rediscover yourself, and you are going to feel really great about yourself. You see, you may not start all this straight away like in April, but it's in April when all these energies is going to kind of start realizing certain things about yourself. It might not happen like straight away. It's just going to be you have to give it one day at a time, you know, and you might even realize one day just some kind of tiny little thing, and then a few days later you just kind of wake up and when you're in touch with your own spirituality, you just realize, oh my God, yeah, of course, that was my little message, that was my little omen, you see. And this is why why am I saying that April is so important? Because that balance, what I said before, that you felt completely unbalanced, was making you feel like a little bit like shaky in certain situations, indecisive, you see, which is not really good. And also when it comes to work, and when it comes to career, when it comes to finances, you see, and things like that. And especially for those of you that were unhappy in your situation with work, career, for those of you that wanted to leave, this unbalanced energy, you see, it was actually having a negative impact on you when you actually, you know, when you would decide, especially when it comes to you decide what would you want to do next. But now you're going to start feeling much lighter. April is going to feel very, very gentle, and you're really going to start feeling much, much happier. And you're going to start feeling, you know, kind of, I said this last month to one of the other signs, you're literally going to start feeling certain things on the other side, shall I say, or certain things about your future. You know, you're going to start feeling like, you know, like in a different way to what you would feel before. And it's all going to come to you with this energy of being, with this amazing feeling of being completely re-energized, which is going to be going throughout April 2017, but it's just going to have an amazing impact on you. What I was going to say before, that the unbalanced energy also, it was very, very heavy and very difficult sometimes, because it had a big impact on your self-esteem and on your self-confidence, which was making you to have a negative impact on your way of thinking when it comes to you about your future. You see, sometimes this happens, is yin yang. Your negative side is now about to disappear, and your positive side is about to kind of emerge. And this positive side, it's just going to have an amazing impact on you. And this is also ridiculously important time for those of you that are actually happy with your career, happy with your company, happy with the way, you know, where you work, you know, but you're still going to feel like you want changes. You're still going to feel like you want changes. Mid-April is going to be also ridiculously important for those of you that are happy with your career, with your job, but you will feel changes. You will feel changes. You see, you will need to kind of move on with certain things in life. So some of you will maybe want to feel like you want to like kind of go and find a different place of work, maybe ask the company manager to kind of put you somewhere else to work. Lots of you will want to change your place of work, you know, not necessarily the company, but maybe change the building, you know, go to different area. Or lots of you will feel these amazing changes, and some of you will want to kind of that are happy with your career and work. Some of you will want to like kind of just step up in the company, because remember, there is a learning experience, and it's very enhanced when it comes to you guys in April. So lots of you that are happy with your company, lots of you that are happy with your careers, this is how this is what the impact on you is going to be. There is a big learning experience study that you will want to have, and that particular learning study is going to be connected to your work, to your career, to your finances. And then after that point, I can see you, perhaps some of you will step up with your job, some of you will go into the management. I can see lots of you will actually want to go to kind of towards the management, you see, and things like that. And some of you will just want to kind of change the place of work, as I said before. But there are, most certainly, there are going to be these particular changes that are going to be life-changing for you, especially when you come to your work and career. I know for the fact that lots of you were working, lots of you were happy with your work, but lots of you were kind of subconsciously, you knew that this is not what you want to do, you knew that this is not what you want to do. And now this is the time. April is going to be that time when the things are going to be kind of start becoming crystal clear when it comes to your career, when it comes to your education, when it comes to your finances, because of course this is all going to be completely connected. Can I just tell you one more thing as well? There is an omen that you are going to have, guys. This is very ridiculously important. I don't know how to stress this. My Pisces, my gorgeous Pisces, this is the time, April is the time when most certainly you're going to start awake. This is the time of awakening. This is the time of the new energy. This is the time of love. This is the time of power. This is the time of realization. You see, all those negativities that you had before, all the feeling of being lethargic or maybe negative sometimes, you see, all that is about to disappear. Remember, it's yin and yang. Now the positivity is absolutely to come to shine through. When I said an omen, there is going to be an omen that you're going to have it around mid-April. Very, 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 very important to say this. And this omen could come absolutely through anything, with anything. I said to people, you know, every single one of us has got a different spirit. Every single one of us has got a different spiritual journey. It all depends on our past life, and it all depends on our life now and on our spiritual journey now. How far have we evolved? And this all depends on the past life and this life and on our personal journey. And that's why we all understand and we all get omens and things like that, little signs in our own way. We all get signs and omens in our own way. But what it is very important to remember, when you see some kind of a sign, when you see some kind of an omen, it's always very, very important to remember, what were you thinking about that particular time? What were you thinking about that particular time when you see that particular omen? For example, if I'm outside, let's say, or if I'm at home, let's say, and I see like, I'm looking through the window, yeah, and let's say some cat, just beautiful black cat. You see, black cat to me are very special, they're very lucky, for example, to me personally. So if I'm looking through the window and suddenly certain black cat just shows up to the window and just looks at me, I would say it like my omen. This is like my omen. And what you have to do, it's not only like, oh, I've just seen a black cat, my omen, my omen. You do not leave it there. You don't just live there. You have to realize what was going on that day. What were you thinking about that day? What were you thinking about even the day before? But most importantly, what were you thinking about the time, at around the time when that particular cat, for example, came through? For example, I saw the cat, and it's so important to remember, if I'm seeing this like my omen, it's my omen because it means to me quite a lot. So for example, if I look outside and see the cat, it's just always remember, what am I thinking about that particular time? What did I think just before, or even just before? What did I think just before that particular cat arrived? What did I think before that particular cat showed itself? What did I think before that particular omen showed itself to me? And this is how you read omen. This is how you connect to your omens, and this is how you get the best messages. Because whatever I was thinking about right before that omen showed up for me, this is a very, 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 very good sign for me. And then I just gather the message from it and what the message could be. And this is just one of the ways that you could actually read the omens. But it's very, very important to know, to think, and to realize what were you thinking right before you saw that particular omen. And this is why am I trying to say to you, because at around the mid-April 2017, this is going to be the time when you're going to see your omen, and it's going to be very important because it is all going to be connected. Just remember, there is a 25th of April that is going to be significant, and there's a 14th of April also that is going to be significant. Just remember, this is all going to be connected, you see. And that particular omen also, when it comes to your situation, it's a lot to do with career, with the management, and with certain opportunities that you are going to have about your career, and a certain realization that you are going to have about yourself, about your career, and about your future, and about certain opportunities. And that's why it's so important to just be completely open-minded, to have your eyes open, because you are going to be, of course, in touch with your own spirituality. I keep on saying this, but it's ridiculously important to be in touch with your own spirituality. And I said, it's just so important. Maybe you should get like you see clear quartz. Clear quartz is also very, very powerful. To clear quartz pendant, I would highly suggest. You see, it's very, very powerful, and especially when we're in touch with our own spirituality, it helps us to be in touch with our own spirituality even more. And it also helps us to have a clear and better connection with our guardian angels, and it helps us to have a better and clear connection with our spirit guides. Okay, so it's very, very important to have this little clear quartz crystal, actually, especially for you. I would highly suggest this not only throughout April 2017, but just to have it, in general. And another thing that I was going to suggest, of course, is like to have like an amethyst cluster. You see, amethyst cluster, I keep on saying, and I'm going to say it again, it's also one of the most powerful crystals that is going to help you to make the best possible decision when it comes to your spirituality, and it also helps you to get in touch with your own spirituality even more. But it's a very, very good little protector indeed. I would highly suggest these crystals, and you can get them on my website. Okay. And also, what else I was going to say, there is another thing that I was going to say. There is a certain family member that is going to have a very good news as well. You're going to be very pleased, and this is going to happen right at the end of April 2017. The certain family member that you were worried about, that you weren't too sure about, that certain family member is also is actually going to have a very good news, or you're going to have a good news about a certain family member, and you were waiting for this for a while. You were worried about this family member, and it's actually going to be a good news. On another hand, what else I was going to say, there's the certain man, the certain male family member as well, which is going to be at the end of month, at the end of April 2017, that is actually going to give you a very good advice. The man is from your family. It's an older man, and it's a very powerful, it's amazing. This man achieved a lot. He's very wise. He's an old spirit. He's an old soul, and he's absolutely amazing, and he's an older man in your family. If this is not the man in your family, this could be somebody who's very close to you, somebody who's been in your life for a really long time. This could be somebody who's been in your life for a really long time, and as well it could sometimes show as a family member because of all these emotions in between you two, you see. And that's why I have to just say that this man is actually going to also play a key role into giving you a very good idea. This is a powerful man, and you look up to him quite a lot. This is going to happen at the end of April 2017. After that point, he's going to give you an amazing idea. Then after that point, you will actually end up with an additional idea that you want to do, and you're going to absolutely love it. It's just something that is completely different. He's going to direct you or redirect you towards a completely different side to life. Somewhere you need to change things. There were lots of things that you wanted to change, but this man is actually, the bottom line here is that this man is actually going to influence you to actually go towards that particular change that you wanted to change in your life for a really long time. But this is big, this is personal, this is big, and you don't like to talk about it. You keep this to yourself. And now this man is actually going to push you towards the fact to actually start dealing with certain things, you see. And you wanted to do this in a really long time, but you waited for the right time, and now this is about to happen. And also for those of you that are single, you see, the sign is that you are going to have a realization that you have to move on from a certain person. I've seen this with some other signs, and it's going quite a lot in April, and it's absolutely amazing. But it's very important for you to realize that it's time to let it go. Let it go. Because if you are single, you're very deep, your mind is very powerful, you project energy like there is no tomorrow. You see whether it's positive or negative, you see we're all like that. But when it comes to like holding on to somebody, for us fancying somebody, for us liking somebody, you see, you like someone from your past, you like someone that you were with before. Maybe you kissed that person only, maybe you slept together only, maybe you were together for a while. However, that person is still stuck in your mind. So single Pisces, you have to wake up. And just let that person go. That person is part of your past, but the problem is that you may not even realize you're still holding on to that person. Very important to realize that that person is not the right person for you, and that person came to an end. Remember, this is not someone who you are in a relationship with. This is not your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. This is someone who you've been before at some point in your life, but you're still holding on to that person. You might not even realize this, but your power of mind is very strong, which means that you're not letting other people to come into your life. You have to unlock the door all around you. All the doors around you are locked. Single Pisces, all the doors around you are locked, and you lock them yourself. You will unlock them. You must unlock them. And now the end of April is going to be very important for you, because you are going to start to unlock the door around you. This is for single Pisces strictly. When you unlock all the doors around you, you are actually going to let that person go who you are still holding on for. Of course, you're not going to physically be going around you and locking the door, but it's just the way it's going to happen, and the way the things are going to develop at the end of April 2017. This is how I say, because this unlocking the door, it's going to come through your realization. So of course you're going to realize that it's time to let go, whoever that person is, and it's going to feel very liberating, and it's going to feel very powerful, and it's going to feel very good for you indeed. So the end of April, for those of you that are single, you're going to realize that it's time to let go for that particular person. At that moment you realize it's time to let go. All these 4 doors are going to be unlocked for you, and there's so many opportunities are going to start coming into your life. So don't worry if the person you love life, you don't meet someone in April. It doesn't matter. April is not going to last forever. May is going to be completely different, but it's very important to realize it's time to let it go for that person. Okay, a very good time. It's also going to be for those of you that are actually in relationship. For those of of you Pisces, for those of you that are in a relationship, this is a very important time, very powerful time, because you are going to come up with something very interesting plan when it comes to your partner. Very interesting plan. You will want to do something together. It's some kind of idea, some kind of hobby, something that you're going to take on that is going to be developed later on into something quite important and something quite powerful. So some kind of new level with your partner that you are going to go on to. So, and also when it comes to love in general, I can just see people like having great time and resolving things. Maybe if you had a certain problems, this is going to be the time, this is going to be the month when you're going to sit down and talk about them. So it's a very, very good time for couples as well, indeed. And also, you know, when it comes to, like, for example, sorry, when it comes to like a health, this is going to be quite interesting months when it comes to health, but I can tell you the only thing that I can actually see, it's against digestion problem and against stomach problems and things like that. I can see a little bit of like a little bit of negativity in this area here in stomach. So it's always, but especially when it comes to like, what do you need to do? What would you need to do? There's certain dietary changes that you're going to need to do. Guys, Pisces, it's very important for you to do certain dietary changes. You need to do dietary changes. Sometimes, you know, we do certain diet, you know, and things like that, but it's very good to mix things, you know, and just keep on adding new things. For you, when it comes to you, it's a little bit of negativity, a little bit of blockage here, which means you either need to add certain things to your diet, or you need to cut out certain things out of your diet. It's very important, because by doing these certain changes, you're actually helping out the healthy energy flow within you, which then later has got such an amazing impact when it comes to your whole body and the way you feel. Okay, I really hope you liked my reading, and please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and also if you would like to donate to my channel, you're welcome. Thank you very much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.